Okay, Crossroad Cues, here is what I consider to be an extremely good offer for somebody that wants a special custom cue for a really, really good price with all considered. Now, you have seen me post this very cue last year, and we were fortunate to be able to get it back in from one of our clients that is not currently using it. It has very, very light play. The butt rolls perfectly straight. In fact, the only signs of play on this cue, there's a few marks on the bottom of the butt cap right there, as you can see. Very minor. No dents or dings at all. It's a radial pin. This is a real special cue, and I'm going to get into that with you in just a moment. But this is a genuine lizard wrap. That's black lizard. And this cue actually has 72, you heard me right, 72 all natural inlays. So needless to say, there is no overseas shipping, and shipping restrictions will definitely apply if you live in an area that has restrictions in regard to natural materials. But other than the few marks on the butt cap, and the maple shaft has a taper roll to it, there is no other signs of play. And when you see the type of deal that I'm going to offer this to you for, I believe that anybody would see the value. So again, taper roll on the shaft. What does that mean? That means there's a lift in the center of the shaft. The cue rolls perfectly straight, by the way. And truth be known, most of you, myself included, aren't going to ever use that maple shaft anyway. The shaft is a 13 millimeter, and it weighs in at about 3.8. The butt itself is 14.8 ounces. Okay, so now let me tell you what's special about this. This was made by our good friend Rick at Phillippi Cues. Rick, of course, is the son of the legendary Richard Phillippi. Rick and his father started building cues together in the 1980s. His father started building cues in the 1970s. Rick, in his own respect, of course, is a extremely talented and sought after cue maker, and he is notably one of the absolute best repair and restoration cue makers in the world. People send him very, very high-end cues to do the finishes, to do the wraps, to do different alterations. So he's very well respected. Needless to say, this cue is signed by Rick. Now, what makes it really special, Rick's daughter, who represents the third generation of Phillippi cue makers, her name is Carrie JO. Here's the letter. Letter got bent up a little bit in shipping, but nevertheless, this cue right here represents the first cue that they worked on together. Now, truth be known, Rick did the majority of the work on the cue. Carrie JO came up with this really neat design. You notice how it has the spears, it has the diamonds and the dots, okay? She came up with the design, and her dad implemented that design. You've seen me sell several of these. This one, what's really special about it, it's the first one they ever worked on together. Okay, so Bacote forearm, Bacote butt sleeve, black phenolic joint with the radial pin, and then you have the black phenolic butt cap. Now here's the kicker on this one. Ready? So you've got the black lizard skin wrap, but again, 72 all natural inlays, 72 inlays. I mean, this is just loaded with intricate all natural inlays in it. And man, oh man, oh man, is this going to play good. This cue is built the old-fashioned way, by the way. So if you're wondering what that wood is, that is Bacote, highly figured Bacote. Bacote wood is known for its exceptional playability. It has a great tone to it when you hit the balls. And this is uncored, okay? So if you like Southwest cues, some of the old school cue makers didn't core. This is uncored. So you're going to feel a very, very solid hit. Now this one is signed, of course, by Phillippi. And then next to the Phillippi signature right there, there's a little CJ representing his daughter that designed the cue with him. So it comes with this LOA. I am selling this cue for only $1,575. Okay, so for under $1,600, you're going to get a cue made by one of the best cue makers in the world, and you're also getting 72 all-natural inlays. And if you like collectability, it's the first one that they worked on together with the LOA. So there you go. Again, taper roll on the maple shaft, couple marks on the butt, only $1,575 plus shipping. And then I'm going to throw you a little bit of a monkey wrench in here. If you like to play with a smaller carbon, if you add $300 to the price, and no, we can't throw it in, there's no negotiating because this is already priced to go. I do have a 29-inch Q-Tech carbon that is an 11.8. So 13 millimeter on the maple shaft, 11.8 on the carbon. So you would add $300 to the price if you want the carbon, or if you want the Q as is, only $15.75. This one's definitely not gonna last. Got an awesome wrap, lots of real inlays, and what a cool backstory to a Q that's guaranteed to play good. Thanks for taking a peek. Phillippi Custom Q, #1 made in the series with Carrie and her father, Mr. Rick at Phillippi Custom Cues. Thanks for taking a peek. CrossroadCues.com.